I normally like to carry appendix. It's easy to get the gun out and on target quickly, but sometimes appendix carry isn't always an option depending on your clothing or line of work. For instance, if you are a mechanic and you wear a full body jumpsuit, appendix carry isn't physically possible. Let's say you work in a kitchen and you have to wear an apron. Appendix carry isn't really an option either. You'll have crazy printing going on with the grip of your gun, and you'll have to rip off the apron just to get access to your firearm. When seconds matter, you don't have time to mess around removing articles of clothing. Maybe the company you work for doesn't allow you to carry a firearm or any other weapon on your person, and you have to be very discreet about it. I'm not saying you should go against your employer's policy and carry on the job, but if there's no sign posted on the front door, you're not breaking any laws. You might lose your job, but you can't be prosecuted and charged by a district attorney for doing so. Do whatever you're comfortable with to keep yourself safe and ensure you make it home to your family. That's what matters. Whenever I'm out and about in traditional clothing, I'm carrying a semi-auto in appendix 100% of the time. I'm very comfortable carrying appendix, and it doesn't limit my range of motion or physical capabilities such as bending over, squatting, or kneeling, but my job does affect how I carry a firearm. When I'm at work, I pocket carry a revolver. It's discreet, and I have very easy access to my weapon if, God forbid, I need to protect my life. I find it very easy to get a revolver out of my pocket compared to a semi-auto. The slide and rear irons make it difficult for me to get a clean and fast draw from a pocket holster. With my thumb on the back of a hammer, I can get my revolver out and on target very quickly. My pocket holster is a sticky holster model MD5, specifically designed for snub-nosed revolvers, but they do offer this holster in many different sizes to accept many different firearms. Depending on what size you get, you could fit many different firearms, making it pretty universal across your different handguns. The sticky holster has a nice grippy texture all over the body of the holster, making it hold on to your pockets firmly. You won't have to worry about it shifting around in your pockets or holding onto your firearm while you are drawing. My revolver is a snub-nosed Taurus 605 chambered in .357 Magnum. It's a 5-shot revolver with a 2-inch barrel and a fixed front sight. I ended up painting the front sight with some cheap nail polish that I found at the dollar store for $2. I also ended up putting a matte clear coat finish on top of the orange paint to make it non-reflective and to protect the paint as well. The front sight is so much easier to pick up now that it has a bright orange against the rear black irons. I chose .38 Special Plus P for my carry ammo. Obviously .357 hits a lot harder with heavier bullets and higher pressures, but .38 is still a very capable round. It is a lot easier to handle the recoil of a .38 under stress, and follow-up shots are also quicker. It doesn't matter how strong your bullets are if you can't hit your intended target with them. I find the Hornady Critical Defense 110 grain plus P in .38 gets fairly good expansion in gel tests. It is very hard to get ammo to expand out of these snub-nosed revolvers consistently. Hornady may have some questionable morals, but they sure do make a great round. I carry Critical Defense in all my short barrel handguns. If it has less than a 3.5-inch barrel, it's getting Critical Defense. The FTX bullet performs consistently and does exactly what you want your self-defense rounds to do. Critical Defense is also readily available everywhere. You can get 25 round boxes at a decent price. I find .38 for $33 a box at my local Cabela's all year long. My 605 sits in a sticky holster in my front pocket. Printing is very minimal in standard or loose-fitting jeans. Pants with a tighter fit or skinny jeans will print the gun and holster a lot more. But I find that it's not that big of a deal. The shape of the sticky holster doesn't make the bulge scream, "Hey look, it's a gun." It just looks like a phone or wallet. As long as your shirt covers the top half of your pockets, no one will know there's a gun in your pocket. Pocket carry isn't my preferred choice of carrying a firearm, but it certainly has its place and works well if done correctly. A revolver isn't my first choice of firearm to carry either, but they are very reliable, and I think these snubbies make perfect pocket guns. You should have some sort of revolver in the safe. They're cool, little guns, and they're very fun to shoot. They are outshined by these modern, high-capacity semi-autos, but I wouldn't overlook a revolver for a serious self-defense gun. They are extremely reliable and simple guns, usually having less than 50 individual parts. I prefer a larger semi-auto for carry. They have higher capacity, better triggers, and I love red dots on all of my handguns. But everything is a compromise, a game of give and take. I'd rather have a 5-shot snub nose discreetly in my pocket over not having a firearm on my person at all. This right here is what I feel the most confident, comfortable, and safe with, but it's also massive, heavy, and harder to conceal compared to a traditional handgun. Like I said, everything is a compromise. If I could stuff a 12-gauge shotgun down my pants and carry that around every day, I would. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you got some useful information from this. Do you carry a revolver? If so, what is it? What rounds do you carry, and how do you carry it? I would love to hear about your experience carrying a revolver. Thanks again.